Back to Cheddar, everyone. Joining us now is, well, John's father, yes, that John Steinberg, his father, Richard Steinberg, also, though, better known as real estate broker at Douglas Elliman Real Estate, and the Richard Steinberg team. Those are the four lovely people standing behind him. Richard, we know that you are clearly ranked the #2 real estate broker nationwide.
Out of 1 million brokers.
That's huge, obviously, according to the Wall Street Journal's average sales price. But let's start with New York City, shall we? What are really the hottest areas right now where the rich and fabulous are looking?
Well, traditionally, obviously, everything is amenity driven for the ultra rich and ultra luxury apartments. The hottest buildings now are probably one that I'm representing, 432 Park Avenue, which is the tallest residential building in North America. It rises just under 1,400 feet tall. It has 106 apartments and 96 stories. We're 80% sold, and the average selling price that we have left is about $17 million for a 3-bedroom apartment.
Wow, very, very impressive here. Now, when it comes to the amenities, what are the amenities that people want? Is it obviously probably a doorman? Do they want a gym within the building? What are the amenities that they're looking for?
Well, it differs if you're having a single-family townhome in New York City or if it's an apartment. Most of the high-end luxury buildings have their own in-house restaurants, which are only open to owners of the building, not open to the public. We have screening rooms, you have bowling alleys, we have conference rooms, we have library billiard rooms, we have spas, men and women's spas, you have dedicated concierges for restaurants and theater tickets. As a matter of fact, I spoke to one of the concierges in one of the high-end buildings, and he just got, I think it was 2 front row seats to the US Open, $50,000, but he arranged it for one of the owners of the building.
Wow, that's cool. I want to bring in your team here, if I may. Right now, one of the most expensive listings in New York, a $96 million apartment. Any one of you can jump in. Who are the buyers for these apartments? These aren't necessarily local New Yorkers. Are we getting more and more foreign investors?
Well,
definitely, it's an international customer who has houses around the world, who has, in New York a few weeks, maybe a month out of the year. But you're seeing a lot more Americans buying at the high end, maybe not that high, but at the high end, as 2 years ago it was just international. So definitely.
But some Americans now are jumping into.
Yeah, you're finding, I used to be about 70-30 foreign buyers to American buyers. We're seeing now about 50-50. Remember, China has tightened up its restrictions on bringing money out of the country, so it's harder for someone from China to purchase a high-end luxury. You have a lot of the Russian buyers, which was really our foundation about a year or two ago. Many of them have bought already. You have just a limited number of these wealthy individuals. We saw a lot from India, and believe it or not, a lot from Turkey, but then they had a coup, and the government was in disarray. So you're finding that every year there's a new source of money stream. There's new wealth coming out. And the other point is that people are accumulating wealth at a very early age now, much quicker than your parents or my parents did. So you never really know where the money's coming from. You just don't know.
And for those that are entering the market now or have entered the market recently, do they have a buy and hold strategy? Do they want to live there? Do they want to move in and have their families there? Or do they see it as an investment in something that they're looking to possibly flip?
Well, I think that obviously New York, specifically in the United States, is the strongest economic force in the world. People love to keep their money here because it's for savings. And you know that if you're bringing your money from an insecure, an unstable economy to a much more stable economy, you can never go wrong.
All right, back to the team over here. I want to ask you guys about social media. Right now, social media seems to be across the board playing a big stake in any sort of business, especially real estate. You see people trying to rent apartments through Snapchat and things like that. At your high-end luxury level, do you guys use social media?
Yeah, I mean, we're on social media constantly. I mean, kind of using Instagram stories and Snapchat, not so much. Lauren's our Snapchat person. I think I missed that one by a couple years. But and I'm sure she can talk about that. But I mean, even this morning, just keeping people up to date, really just, letting people know that we are around, and, you kind of have to keep yourself in everyone's face all the time nowadays.
And we should introduce the team too.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce. Just started to talk to you guys.
Matthew?
Start down the line.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew Sloser. I've worked with Richard for almost 10 years now.
10 years. And I'm Alex Mignona. I started with Richard last spring of 2016.
Lauren?
Lauren Keegan. I've been here a few months now, so I'm the newest member of this great team.
And I'm Emanuele Fiore. I work with Richard for a couple years, and I can say I'm specialized in the downtown market. So
Very
here we are.
nice.
Yeah, we try to cover all bases. The truth of the matter is that I have been doing Upper East Side, Upper West Side for many, many years. I've been in the business about 25 years, but you brought up a great question. The social media has changed dramatically. People are now buying from social media. It used to be you brought them onto a listing, you took them for their first visit, then you took them a second or third time. By the time they contact you now, they've already been through a virtual tour, they've seen the photographs already, and they know it's almost like a second visit. So I felt I needed to get up with the time, so that's why I have this whole crew behind me that's half my age, and they handle all the areas that I have no idea what to do with.
And what is the order of touch points? Is it usually that people are finding out about a property or a listing rather on social media, then maybe taking a virtual tour on the website and then eventually seeing it in person?
Yeah.
We'll get Lauren here. We got a short mic cord.
Sorry. No, I feel like we'll post on our social media, on our Instagram stories, that'll initially attract our clients. They'll see it, they'll ask, I'll get messages about it, and then that's kind of like the initial step, and then they'll want to go see the property. While it's like a benefit to us, it can also be, I think, a little bit of a hindrance too, because there's so much competition with social media too. So, but that's definitely the initial point. People are always asking us on social media what we're
All right.
They almost take take a tour and see the apartment before they actually come to see the apartment, so they know what they're walking into. They've studied the floor plan.
Richard, why we have you here,
Yes.
and because John isn't here, so I can get away with asking you this,
Absolutely.
I want to say right now, I know that you used to be a lawyer, you moved into...
Podiatrist, I used to be a doctor.
Oh, doctor, right.
Right.
Before you moved into real estate, what advice do you have for millennials that might be looking to do some sort of career switch?
I think it's all about passion. You have to do something that you feel passionate, and it sounds very corny and cliche, but you have to get up every morning looking forward to going to work. And I love every minute, I love every day. I mean, John keeps saying to me, don't you want to retire and move to Florida? I'm sure he wants me out of his hair, that's besides the point. And I say, no, I'm going to work till I die. I just love it, and I think that young people, it's okay to go through 2 or 3 or 4 different professions or job careers. It's okay till you find, and I don't think anybody finds their lifelong passion in a career the first time out.
All right. Well, good advice. All sorts of good takes here too on the real estate industry. Richard Steinberg, thank you so much for joining us, and team.
Yes, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Glad that you guys are able to come down here. All right, guys, coming up next on Cheddar, there's still a lot more show left. We're going to get a check on the markets and see where we're trading at right after